I'm going to the world's weirdest stores, like ancient stores, shops with robots, luxury toy stores, and way more places around the world to find the weirdest products you can buy. All the way from Japan to shops selling whatever this is. You're gonna see it all and more in this video. Starting with the store selling the weirdest old products on earth, like creepy monsters, giant eyeballs, a wall of fake explosives,
this mouse that kind of freaked me out,
and a really expensive Hawaiian frog. But that's just the start because this place is massive. There's a creepy Mickey Mouse, an ancient bottle of Coca-Cola.
Should I drink it?
And these things you can buy for $300. I guess they're alien blasters?
What does that even do?
And one product that just doesn't make any sense. It's a giant Betty Boop umbrella stand, but it costs over $1,000. And then I finally saw it. A robot personal assistant from the 1980s. Like, this thing was advanced tech back in the day.
I'm sold.
See, in this video, I have to buy the weirdest thing I find in every store, so I'm gonna try to fix this robot up. But we have a lot more weird stores around the world to get to. And next, a store designed to scare you. And it literally has 5 stars on Google because people love this place. Julian says this place is an absolute gem, but they sell things I'd never want in my home. I'm not really sure what that means, but the second you walk inside, you feel like you're in a scary movie. The lighting's weird and it's super quiet. They're even simulating a thunderstorm, but it just gets weirder as you explore. Like Michael Myers is popping out of the wall. There's a scary Santa next to a bookshelf called No Thought. There you can find these sunglasses that apparently give you special powers, I think. Basically, this TV appears to show nothing until you put the glasses on. Only then can you see the scary show that's playing on it. There's a life-size Jason statue that can't move, and the weirdest thing they have here, this creepy blob monster. Like, I'm gonna see this in my nightmares. But they sell terrifying things here, like a perfect replica of the doll from The Conjuring for $600, Christmas gremlins for 250 bucks, and these massive Chucky toys for $500. There's no way I'm putting these in my home. Luckily, if you keep exploring, you'll find vampire mugs, Five Nights at Freddy's hats, this creature, and a bunch of different clowns. I wanted to be able to sleep at night, so I decided to buy this, a $70 Japanese dragon mug. I gotta say, it's a pretty cool way to drink water, but for some reason, I don't think Tony was a fan. But luckily, there are still so many more weird shops for us to get to in ancient towns with weird robots and way more. But first, a store you should never go to when you're hungry.
Hershey's Chocolate World. It's the largest candy store I've ever seen.
They even have mascots right out front. Inside, there's a giant wall of candy, giant bottles of chocolate syrup, and this sculpture you can eat.
It's an 800-pound Statue of Liberty made out of chocolate.
But there's also a milkshake bar, tons of chocolate snacks, and s'mores toys.
Willy Wonka would dream of this place.
For 20 bucks, you can use the Reese's wall and just fill a bottle with chocolate. But the weirdest thing you can buy, it's it's the world's largest Hershey's chocolate bar.
This is what I need.
This thing is a massive.
It literally weighs 5 pounds.
Guess this will be my next few meals. $50 down the drain.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you. Probably the most irresponsible purchase I've ever made.
Of course, I had to show Sam, and she thought I was crazy.
It's 5 pounds.
How much was this?
50 bucks.
Oh my god.
But now I had to head back to the world's weirdest grocery store, Omega Mart. This place is just absolutely insane. I actually came here last year to shop, but you guys told me apparently I didn't buy the weirdest thing. So now we're back. I found food platter flip-flops, Miracle Liquid, there's $23 mammoth chunks, 96-hour energy, so I guess you'd stay up for like 5 days, soup pillows telling you you're in a simulation, ramen noodle hats, a gentle beef heart, tamalgamados, travel apples, and a screwdriver made of corn. Of course, Omega Mart is famous because you can go through the refrigerator into an entire secret space that's just huge, and walking around just makes you feel like you're in a dream. But I had to buy the weirdest thing they have here, so I found the deli section. They have a statue made out of meat and cold cuts with the world map on them, plus the item I had to buy, one whole tattooed chicken. But now,
Welcome to the world's largest gift shop.
it's over 40,000 square feet and they sell thousands of items.
But I'm just looking for the weirdest thing they sell. It's hard to explain how big this place is. It takes up like an entire city block.
When you walk in, you just see tons of products.
It just goes on and on. This place is massive. The things they sell here are so weird.
Like bug collectibles, bullet water bottles, a bunch of mini elephants, traffic cones with rules, an entire wall of statues with things like tiny cats in love, fake snakes, oh these are great, even a life-size golden retriever puppy for $300, but I guess it's still cheaper than my real one at home.
What's up? What are these magnets?
Desert snowman, bacon, flying pigs, and a mini alien on a UFO. They even have fake money, where $1 million costs you $9 real. But the weirdest stuff, in the back is a wall of fake slot machines, like this broken American one, princess slots, and an alien one, which I guess I won with.
nice.
So of course I bought it for $27.
Can I also have the Minions dollar?
Okay.
Thank you.
Have a nice
Appreciate
day,
it. You
sir.
too.
Thank you.
Mission accomplished. But over in Japan, you can start your day at the world's nicest cat cafe for about 20 bucks. There's only one problem.
I hate cats.
Okay.
I don't like cats.
I think that this is gonna change your mind.
We'll see about that, but when you walk in, you'll see them everywhere playing with customers.
There are so many.
He's so soft and so clean.
But they don't always get along with each other.
Uh-oh.
But they all eat breakfast at the same time and really are pretty well behaved. You order your favorite drink from these advanced vending machines. I got a hot tea for about $1. Or you can even buy treats to give to the kittens.
He's really sweet.
Plus there's a library room so you can grab a book, fresh blankets to use, and even video games if you get tired of petting cats. There are iPads showing you all the cats' names, and everyone who comes here gets to vote on who their favorite cat is. Right now the winning cat is this grumpy guy named Tame. This place really is just so comfortable, even though I'm not the biggest cat lover. But moving on, back to America. This is the worst hotel in Las Vegas. It's 55 years old and hasn't been renovated since the 90s.
So many YouTubers have come here and said it's been an awful experience.
People say the rooms smell like cigarettes, there aren't many guests.
People have found stains on the beds.
Oh, ew.
So of course we got a room to check out what it's really like. I'm not expecting much.
But at least when you walk in, you see the sign. It says they're still building some things.
At least they do have a great food court.
Yeah.
They have basically every fast food chain you would want.
A Dairy Queen is coming soon.
So at least they're still working on the property.
Right.
But first impressions when you head inside, you definitely notice there's not a ton of people.
Feels empty.
There's just random, like, empty areas.
It smells a little strange in here.
There's an old tiger coming out of the wall.
Why?
He's even trying to escape.
And the world famous food court. But even though it was open, the food court was totally empty. Burger King, Pickup Sticks, Popeyes, all with no customers.
I've never been to a food court with less people. The employees have nothing to do.
I even found this restaurant that was open with literally 0 people in it.
It's just completely empty. 0 people here.
But at least they do have a fun arcade where you can fail to shoot hoops.
Oh, so close.
Come on, that should have gone in. Or if you're lucky, try the crane games, which somehow Sam actually won.
You did it. Nice.
I kind of like it here.
Plus, if you're really feeling in love,
You can even get married here at Circus Circus.
Don't even think about it.
I'm not even kidding. This is what that room looks like. But of course, we really came to find their weirdest store.
There's advertisements for this shop everywhere, but of course, even it is closed.
So I got really lucky to find this. A SpongeBob store with a giant Mr. Krabs robot out front.
Okay, this is the best hotel I've ever been to. I had no idea this was here.
It's a SpongeBob Carnival themed store with bikini bottom robots.
This is the coolest thing I've ever seen.
This SpongeBob shop is awesome. They sell SpongeBob, Plankton, Gary, Diet Dr. Kelp, Patrick, a Krusty Krab cash register, and what I had to get, Krabby Patties. But now it's time to head to the lobby to check into our room. Here there are weird clowns on the walls. It feels like they're watching you. The elevator scared us a little bit, and
Why did the elevator button say yes and no?
I'm so confused.
the hallways definitely haven't been renovated. And our hotel room, it's pretty basic and old.
So you get 2 beds, TV, and this desk. A lot of the reviews mention the beds not being the cleanest, so let's check them out.
You have to do it.
Honestly, I peeled back the sheets quite a bit and I didn't find anything gross.
Honestly, nothing too bad. Maybe not the best bed I've been in. But it's $18 a night, like what do you expect? It's like the cost of a cheeseburger.
But for $18 a night, just don't expect much from your view.
Oh yeah.
You're literally lying.
An old towel and a dead bird was right outside of our window.
Oh my god. That is disgusting. I mean, I'm not Logan Paul, I'm not gonna film a dead body.
But here's the bathroom, which honestly seems fine.
So this definitely is one of the worst hotel rooms in Vegas, but you have to keep the price in mind. And in my opinion, it's not that bad. If you're on a budget, it's a place to stay for the night, as long as the bed is actually clean.
But I was glad to go back to our hotel room in Vegas, which had a view of this thing, the Sphere. But Las Vegas is so crazy, they have even recreated the place we're going to next. Venice. It's been called the most touristy place in the world, because millions of people travel here every year to see the city built around hundreds of canals, which they use instead of roads. They even use garbage boats instead of trucks to move trash. And they'll just swim on over, pick up the bin, and move on down the canal. So of course, if you want to move around Venice, you need a water taxi, which is not cheap at all. It'll cost you around $80.
Sonia, nice to meet you.
But if you want to vlog, well...
It's a television.
Yeah, for YouTube.
You pay double. For
Double?
television,
For
yes.
YouTube? Pretty expensive, but I think he's just doing his thing. Plus, we got to talk and he did teach me about the city.
Venice total 120 island.
Oh, wow.
All the population don't like tourists.
Maybe a water taxi is a bit overpriced for 15 minutes in the canals, but I had to try it. Thank you, my friend. Before checking out their weird shops, I had to check into my Airbnb, which wasn't too bad, about $160 a night. Plus you get a dinner table, the stove, microwave, lounge seating, a ridiculously large bedroom, but of course by far the best part, the apartment's on top of the canals. So when boats come by, you'll literally hear them from your bed. I've never experienced anything like this before. The only place in the world there's a concert on a boat that will just go by your window. But later I found some strange stores selling marionettes, basically fancy puppets. Here you can buy a royal cat, this dressed up kitten, or these smaller fancy cats. They're handmade and can sometimes cost thousands of dollars for one. But it gets weirder. Next door was a mask shop, selling literally hundreds of creative masks. Like I've never seen a store more packed than this. What is this place? And they're all handmade by local artisans that work right here. You can get sad ones, colorful ones, famous characters, become a scary witch, or an explorer. There's jester masks, violins, animals, and literally anything you could imagine as a mask. It kind of started freaking me out, so I decided to stick with a tiny mask I could actually fit in my backpack. Do you make all of these yourself?
Your group. We make the mask, the costume, they have the cake and 30 euros.
That's incredible.
The company. Thank you.
But I had to rest to get ready for the next morning. And because we're in Italy, of course we have to eat American food. America. It's the most patriotic restaurant I've ever seen. I mean, it even has a giant Coca-Cola. I already love this place. They have like 100 different paintings of George Washington, Wild West tables, and an American burger you can order. Can I have one American burger and a water? It didn't look too good, but made me feel right at home. Tastes like America. Before our next tour, I needed a haircut, only to find out the guy who cut my hair apparently cut LeBron James's hair when he came to Venice. A printout of his Instagram is literally on their wall. Speaking of Venice, finding these weird stores here would have been impossible without good internet. And if you've ever traveled to other countries, you would know finding a SIM card is a whole adventure. I paid like 50 bucks before for a bad SIM card with poor connection at the airport. But this time I'm using Saily. It's a new eSIM service and it's super simple. You just download the Saily app, pick the country that you're in, and you've got instant internet when you land. Install it in literally 3 minutes, and then I'm online. I can even choose from regional or global plans so I can stay connected when I cross borders. Plus it's cheap and works in 160 countries. They even have 24/7 support in case anything goes wrong, which is pretty clutch when you're looking for a weird store in a random town in Europe. If you're traveling soon, get an exclusive 15% discount on Saily eSIM data plans. Download the Saily app and use code DrewDoes at checkout. But moving on, we have to take a train and pay 10 euros for a boat to get here. Welcome to Hallstatt. It's an ancient town here in Austria that became rich because of salt. This town's been around for 7,000 years and looks right out of a fairy tale. I can't believe this place is real. Tons of tourists come by every day to experience it. For about 20 euros, you can rent a boat and explore the city's lake. Literally, I cannot believe this view is real. I even found a castle. Obviously, I traveled here to shop, but first... Here we can even go explore the oldest salt mine in the world, up there. To get up the mountain, you just have to take one of these cars. It takes a few minutes, but then you get to experience this incredible view of the town. This is their ancient 7,000-year-old salt mine, and to explore it, you just have to put on warm clothes, and then head inside their old, creepy tunnels. They take you 600 feet underground. Then to get down into the mine, you literally take a slide. Woo. Whoever decided to put rides this far underground is a genius. So much fun. Kind of slow. But then when you get to the bottom, well, you'll see the salt. Apparently, this is table salt. Inside the mine are underground lakes, where they put on a salt history projection show. I had no idea what was going on. And here they even have Europe's oldest staircase. It was found right here and it's 3,000 years old. But then to end your tour, just hop on a minecart and enjoy your ride out of the mountain. They even give you your own salt when you leave. And of course, on the way out, they have a salt gift shop, where of course they sell mini salt, their salt mascot, Sally the Duck, and tons of random salt products. There's cheesy t-shirts and bags. This salt is mine. Salt mine. You can buy a salt lamp for $100, a salt basket for $70. They sell plenty of salt books if you're curious. Many different types of salt, salt hearts, or you can just buy a giant bottle of salt for $50. Who buys $50 of salt? Apparently I do, but it's time to move on because back in Florida is one of the coolest restaurants ever. This is the world's largest McDonald's. And you can definitely tell just by looking at it. This thing is huge. Here they serve pizza. You can get a Philly cheesesteak, pasta, waffles. So I don't really know what to expect. I'm actually so hungry, so this is perfect timing. When I walked in, I saw hundreds of customers already there, plus an entire Italian kitchen cooking pasta and pizza. They literally don't make that at any other McDonald's. Just go place your order at one of the machines where you can see all of their weird menu items. And there we go. I got pasta with chicken and a piece of chocolate cake. I didn't have very high expectations for McDonald's pasta, and for some reason they didn't give me any sauce, but everything was actually so good. This McDonald's even has an elevator, and upstairs there's a massive indoor playground with an entire arcade. Maybe I should stop trying basketball. But now that I've eaten, let's go check out an alien gift shop. It definitely has the coolest mascot for any store I've ever seen. When you first walk in, you can tell this store sells thousands of products. It's just packed with souvenirs and pretty empty. I'm the only one here. Plus one alarming message everywhere. If you open, you have to pay. You break, you buy. If you open, you have to pay. You break, you pay. Thank you. Better be careful. But they really have everything here.
I love grandma. 100% trouble. Born to shop.
I always love the shirts they have. They come up with the best quotes. I'm grumpy, you're happy, things even out. Best day never. One in a million. Going with the flow is fine if you're a dead bug in the toilet. Random seashells, Florida postcards so you can brag to your coworkers back at home. Oh, this is so good. And my favorite thing, these Stitch sunglasses. How do I look? But now we're off to Texas to check out a store that sells some weird treasures. Diana P said, oh my word, I've gone to weird store heaven. And Crystal said this place is weird. They have anything from vintage clothes to animal skulls. And right when you walk in, you'll see the crazy selection they have. Like animals wearing hats on the walls, plaster dental molds, and a Ronald McDonald head. They sell some really strange things here. There's a whole bunch of strange sculptures and fake money. They sell the coolest lamp I've ever seen. A creepy tiny Santa, a pirate named Ashley, Velma, and a cabinet filled with skulls and teeth, and an old Bob Ross chia pet. I wasn't sure what to get until I found this vintage Russian toy that stares into your soul. So of course I had to get that, and being in Texas, the biggest cowboy hat I've ever seen. Oh yeah. But it's time to head to our next store across the pond. We're in France. Welcome to Colmar, a town that makes you feel like you're in a fairy tale. Colmar was started back in the year 800, so it's well over 1,000 years old. And you can easily tell because the buildings here are ancient. Like this house that's 480 years old, and this one's almost 700. They have tons of cool stores here, like this Christmas shop open year-round. There's a dancing bear in the window, and you're greeted by a life-size Santa when you walk in. There are Santa snow globes, and entire rooms filled with decorations. Across the street is a souvenir shop where you can buy mini versions of the buildings here, tiny knights, and funny t-shirts. They really love cats here for some reason. Cat Vader, Iron Cat, more Cat Vader, Dog Vader. I found a store that loves one specific character. Store obsessed with Stitch. But people travel here from all around to shop for random things at Colmar's market. Here locals come sell so many random objects, like a bunch of ancient swords, tiny dinosaurs, a bunch of bugs. What is this? Shoes out of a fairy tale. This little chubby guy. Or what I got, the creepiest monkey you'll ever see. All right, we're back. Turns out my old robot from the 80s is gonna take a while to get working, and Tony really didn't seem to like it.
Tony, it's a robot.
But we found this modern robot pet that maybe he'll get along better with. Turns out, nope. I think Tony just doesn't like robots. But the weirdest product I've ever found, I got as a gift. It's a baseball hat that looks like a face. That's really creepy. Imagine walking around outside wearing this. Thanks for watching. Maybe watch this video next, if you want.